There's something tragic about guts that most people miss. It's not the trauma, it's not the violence, it's not even the betrayal. It's this. He survives everything. He outlives the nightmare. He carries the sword. He keeps moving forward. But the stronger he becomes, the less human he feels. And that's the part that should scare you, because a lot of men don't break loudly. They break in silence. They look fine. They function. They work. They train. They provide. And they call it strength. The armor after the eclipse, Guts loses everything. The woman he loves is shattered. His friends are slaughtered. His world collapses. Most men would have given up. He doesn't. He doubles down. He trains harder, fights harder, bleeds more. He becomes relentless. But then comes the berserker armor. It makes him nearly unstoppable. It numbs pain. It enhances rage. It turns survival into brutality. But every time he uses it, it takes something from him. His senses dull. His body fractures. His mind slips. The armor gives power, but it consumes him from the inside. And here's the truth. A lot of men are wearing emotional armor. It makes you harder to hurt, but it also makes you harder to love. Somewhere along the way, you learned this. Don't cry, don't need, don't depend, don't trust too quickly. So you adapted. You became self-sufficient. You stopped opening up, stopped asking for help, stopped admitting when something cut deeper than you expected. You didn't become weaker. You became colder. And cold feels powerful because nobody can control you anymore. Nobody can hurt you the same way. But here's what no one tells you. Isolation feels like control until it becomes prison. You can be disciplined. You can be productive. You can be in shape. You can be admired and still be profoundly alone. Strength without trust slowly turns into pride, and pride isolates you from the very relationships that could heal you. Why do men harden instead of heal? Because vulnerability feels like losing control. When you trust someone, you give them power. When you admit weakness, you expose yourself. When you ask for help, you acknowledge limitation. And limitation feels like failure. So instead, you carry everything. You become the one others depend on. You become the calm one, the logical one, the composed one. But inside, you're exhausted, because strength without support becomes burden, and burden without surrender becomes bitterness. Guts doesn't almost lose himself because he's weak. He almost loses himself because he refuses to lean on anyone. That's what makes it tragic. Even Christ, the strongest man who ever walked the earth, did not isolate himself. He wept openly. He asked his disciples to stay awake with him. He prayed in anguish. On the cross, he cried out. Not because he lacked strength, but because strength does not eliminate the need for connection. Here's the difference. Worldly strength says, handle it alone. Divine strength says, surrender it upward. When Christ carried the cross, he didn't deny the weight. He endured it with purpose. That's not emotional numbness. That's surrendered strength. Guts begins to heal, not when he becomes stronger, but when he lets people walk beside him. Farnese, Serpico, Isidro, Casca. Connection begins to soften the armor, not by making him weak, but by making him whole. So let me ask you something honest. Are you actually strong, or are you just armored? Do people know you, or just what you allow them to see? Are you carrying weight because you're called to it, or because you're afraid to let anyone help you? Maybe you don't hate yourself. Maybe you're just tired. Maybe you're not broken. Maybe you're buried under layers of protection you built to survive. Survival was necessary once, but survival isn't the same as growth. Strength without trust will destroy you slowly, but strength surrendered to God, strength shared in brotherhood, strength rooted in humility, that makes a man unshakable. You don't need to become softer, you need to become honest, because the strongest men don't break loudly. They break in silence, and the wisest men don't wait until they shatter. They choose surrender before the armor consumes them. And if you want to get better acquainted with the source material used for my videos, along with a few other things that I think could help you on your journey of becoming better, then check out the link below.